Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel again to Learning to Learn. So, today this is the new series I'm going to start. I've already started it, that is organization behavior, and we did introduction of organization behavior. If you don't get the link of organization behavior, just go to the description box below and you can find the entire playlist, or watch this video till the end. You'll be able to see the entire playlist of organization behavior. Okay, so this is the second lecture, or we can say explanation about organization behavior. Fine. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we are going to do organization behavior. Thursday, Friday, Saturday we are going to do financial management. Now this video is entirely in English. You can find the same content and explanation in Hindi also. You can watch these sessions according to your preferences. Now let's start with today's lecture. Today's lecture will be focusing on the further aspects of organizational behavior. In the last session we did what is organization and what are the basic features of organization. This is what we have covered so far. If you want this notes as it is, just go to the just go to the Telegram profile, and with that particular profile you'll be able to download all the, you can say, notes, right? Okay, fine. This is what we have done so far. We did what is organization, the page number 1 and the page number 2. As you can see here, the page number 2, we did the features of the organization. Now moving forward, today's topic would be analysis of the organization, right? So what do you mean by analysis? That is very simple. Analysis here means to analyze the organization or to understand the organization. Yes, so this is what we are going to understand now. The analysis of the organization is carried out on the basis of two major points. These are the two viewpoints. The first is the micro perspective. As we all know, micro means small and macro perspective. Macro means large, right? Now let's start with the micro analysis. The micro analysis of the organization, yes, the micro perspective means dealing with the human being, as each human being as a part of organization has a distinct characteristics. So what we are going to understand here, we are going to understand regarding a single a single human being here. So we will be concentrating on each and every employee or each and every human being in the organization. The micro perspective also deals with personality, behavior, attitude, perception of human beings who are the essential part of the organization. So as you have seen so far, this is very simple. Micro organization or micro perspective deals with the individual and you can say his attitude, behavior, perspective, perception, personality, etc. Whereas if we go towards the macro perspective, it would be the whole. Just one second, let me go to the macro perspective. Okay, now this is the macro analysis. We'll be detailing the micro analysis further in the video. Let us understand macro first. In short, macro analysis on one hand deals with the individual. Micro deals with individual behavior, right, of the organization. On the other hand, macro deals with the study of organization as a whole, in the same reference as we understand economics. In economics we have microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics deals with the individuals, whereas macroeconomics deals with whole, you can say, market or whole structures. In the same way, here also in microanalysis we are dealing with an individual employee as well as his behavior, his attitude, his perception, etc. And in macroanalysis we are dealing with organization as a whole. Okay, now this was the basic difference between the two. Now let us try to understand the details of micro organization, right? And this is the page number 3 I'm reading. So if you download the notes, you can see it accordingly. The micro perspective further studies different personality traits. Okay, how different people in the organization having different personalities work together. It studies that how each individual behavior differs in different situations. Yes, each individual will behave differently in various different situations. What kind of situation motivates individual to enhance learning in the new condition, etc. The microanalysis also deals with leader and studies the leadership traits. So we are going to study here personality traits, what you can say motivates an individual to do a particular activity, what are the leadership traits that are being carried by an individual. The leader is a person, this is what I am reading here, the leader is a person who keep control upon the individual through rules and norms and produces the desired behavior to the micro perspective along with the analysis of behavior of the organizational members. So exactly from this line to particularly the entire thing, what they are trying to say is, when we will understand about the leadership, we understand about a person who is not only dealing with himself but he's dealing with the organization as a whole, and how one individual tries to control others or tries to influence others through rules, norms, procedures, etc., to gain the desired behavior from other people in the organization. Okay, so this also studies the type of leadership required in the organization. Thus the micro analysis of the organization and the human behavior involved in it has given rise to new stream of study, and that is known as organizational behavior, which we are learning so far. Yes, so this was, you can say, a small glimpse of what is micro perspective and macro perspective, right? So let us just go to detail of macro analysis. We did micro, yes, micro is the individual study or individual human being study. Now let us understand macro, study of organization as a whole. The macro analysis deals with the structure of the organization, its goals, technologies, strategies used to the fulfillment of these goals, planning, etc. This macro analysis also studies the environmental influences upon the working of the organization. This studies that how the environment influences the behavior of each human being of the organization, and this macro analysis of the organization and its studies has given rise to simultaneous field known as organizational theory. So I hope you have understood this very easily, but to make it more easier, you can see a graph here or a chart here. It's actually a chart. Analysis of the organization, very simple. It is on micro level and macro level. Micro level is, you can say, the study of individual. We study the individual personality, attitude, perception, behavior, etc. And in macro viewpoint, we study about organization as a whole, as its structure, goals, planning, goal achievement, strategies, etc. In micro level, if we are talking about, it has emerged with a new subject called organization behavior or organizational behavior, whereas macro, or you can say organization as a whole perspective, has given rise to a new subject called organization theory. We are going to focus on organization behavior because this is the subject we are going to learn. So I could say, or I could sum up this particular lecture by saying you that what we are learning today is the origin of micro level perspective of the organization. It means studying of the individual, studying of the individual personality, his attitude, perception, and his motives to work in an environment and in an organization. So this is what we are going to study further. So this was, you can say, a very short or quick video about the origin of organization behavior. Fine. And organization behavior, you can say, we'll just give an intro and then I'll end the session. So this is the page number, as you can see, 5. So make sure when you are reading this, you can download the PDF and read this again to get more view. Organization behavior. Organization behavior emerged as a field which studies individual behavior within the organization. Very important. The word organizational behavior is made up of two words, organization and behavior. We know organization is a collection of two or more persons. Yes, organization is basically a structure where many people come together and they work together, right? Whereas if we talk about behavior, behavior is something individual, right? So whereas behavior is the function of human actions. So together organization behavior means, okay, this, fine. Now as the behavior is gaining importance in modern, fine, the subject matter of organizational behavior, this is the final term here to understand. The subject matter of organizational behavior is human variable, and study of human variable, the influence upon the organization influences upon them, and like this organization behavior studies the interaction between the employees and the organization. So to sum it up, I could say that organization behavior is a study of two things, organization and behavior of individuals together, that how organization will be able to deal with people and how people will be able to deal with organizations and how they interact with each other and try to achieve the common goals. So this was all about, you can say, organization behavior introduction, and we did the micro analysis and macro analysis. So make sure you remember that carefully and note it down if required. Make sure you download this notes, take good care of yourselves, and if there are any problem, any doubts, please do let me know. And bye everyone.